What's up, squad? Today I want to talk to you about how to lose 50 pounds. 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, it really doesn't matter. We're going to lose weight or we're going to get that body that we want. The first thing we have to do is own where we are right now. We can't keep neglecting our health. Just like people neglect their bank account, they don't look at it at all. They just continue to go into debt and more debt. With our health, we're not neglecting it anymore. We care about ourselves. So look in the mirror and just take ownership of who you are and where you are, because it's all good. We're going to get healthy today. The first thing that I suggest doing is writing down what you struggle with. What has worked for you in the past? What are you good at? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Let's find out what we're really about. There's more to it than just a lack of exercise and eating unhealthy. I'm sorry, but there's more to it. Let's go. But first, we just have to know where our habits are. What are the habits that are holding us back? How can we improve them? Look, you didn't get where you are today in a week, in a month. So give yourself time to break some old habits, some old patterns, so that we can release this weight for good. Because, look, I've seen so many people lose 50 pounds, lose 100 pounds. But they're exhausted, they're not happy. Look, we're trying to thrive, we're trying to be healthy and thrive regularly. So I don't want to see you losing all this weight but still not feel good about yourself. That's again why we're taking ownership of where we are. We're going to appreciate the body that we're in. So first things first, we're developing an appreciation for ourselves. And then we're going to find the areas that we've excelled at. Because there are areas that you've done really well in. There are areas that you're succeeding. We find those little small successes and we build on those. You'll develop that discipline over time. We start achieving small goals. You went to the gym once this week. Check. 2 times in a week. Check. Now you're going 3 times a week. Now you've lost 10 pounds. Check. Let's reward ourselves. Whenever you inch closer to your goals, it's so good for you to reward yourself. Whether you buy yourself new shoes, you go out to dinner, you eat something good. This activates the reward mechanism in your brain that wants you to keep pushing and moving closer to it. So don't be scared to reward yourself when you accomplish some things. When I hit 300 subscribers, I bought myself a whole bunch of sushi. It's all good. We have to reward ourselves so we keep chasing it. And we keep going. It motivates us. It inspires us. You know how it goes. We got to keep pushing through, and we got to find these little things that help inch us closer to our goals and to our dreams. Never stop. Sorry, you know how sometimes I just get on a roll. So now let's get to what we can do to actually lose this weight. What can our regimen look like? One thing I suggest is some fasted cardio. We wake up, we get to the gym, we get outside, we go for a walk. Fasted, no food, just water. 30 minutes to an hour if you can. And then later in the day, we're going to lift heavy, because we're trying to remove the adipose tissue, the fat, and build that lean tissue, the muscle. But really, while we're losing weight, we're just maintaining the muscle that we do have. We don't want to lose any more of it. It's not so important that we lose this weight so rapidly. As your habits start to improve, your weight and everything else will just fall into place. We're only going to check our weight once a week. Because like the stock market, the chart will go up and down. You're going to see a little higher weight some days. It'll fluctuate up and down, but as long as that graph is coming down, I don't want you so focused on the number. If it sparks an emotion in you, we have an attachment to that scale, and that's not what we want. Yeah, right now it's a tool that shows us the results that we're getting, if we're going in the right direction, if we're taking the right action steps. But that's all it is, a tool. It shouldn't be something that stresses you out. Being unhealthy, yeah, that should stress you out, because that stress is a motivator. But we're working towards something right now, so when you step on that scale, don't let it spark an emotion in you. If you lose 5 pounds one week, good, but don't get too jacked up on it, because you never know, next week you might be up 2 pounds. But guess what? That's still down 3. All I'm saying is it fluctuates. It's all good. There's a lot of variables that go into the scale. Check it, track it, move on. We're on a mission. What else are we going to track? We're going to track our workouts, so we can see how much volume we did last week and how much volume we're getting right now. We're also tracking everything that we put into our body. Food, water, because if we really want this, we have to have a little obsession over it. What are we putting into our body? How much whole foods are we getting? How much processed foods are we getting? How do we feel when we eat this? We can put it into a macro calculator and a calorie calculator if we want to. We can get there if we start plateauing. Maybe that's the next step. I'm a lot less interested in calories than I am what you're actually getting. How that food makes your body feel. How that food makes your body perform. This is what I'm into. So when I say whole foods, what does that mean? That means things that's not packaged, doesn't come from a lab. And when you have a problem with like snacking at home, stop buying it. Stop bringing it into the house. Or put it somewhere where you can't see it. Or put it somewhere where it's an extra step for you to get. There was a study done where food was left in a clear glass jar versus in a jar that wasn't clear. You couldn't see what was in it. I can't remember the exact numbers of how many were eaten, but it was a lot. So keep those foods out of sight, out of mind. When I was trying to quit dipping, it took me forever because I was always still around it. So you might have to eliminate some of the associations to these things. So my association was going out and drinking. I would have a dip. I'd be sitting on the couch with my buddy who does it, so I would do it too. But guess what? I had to cut some of those things out, some of those people out for a second. I had to stop going out. I had to stop drinking because that triggered my bad habit that I'm trying to remove. I got those things out of sight, out of mind. And then I was able to cut it. Now I can be around it. Now I can drink. A little bit, occasionally. Not all the time. So maybe for right now, you have to completely eliminate those things. You might have to stop hanging out with your friends so that you guys stop going to the bar. You might have to do some things that you don't really want to do, but they help your main goal. Because health is the priority right now and you're going to be healthy. Let's go. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to get a notebook, and on the first page you're going to write down how much weight you want to lose, or whatever your main goal is. Why do you want it? How will losing this weight make you feel? What's been holding you back? Why haven't you accomplished it yet? What are you good at? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? We're going to answer these questions on the first page. And if we ever need motivation, we go back to this first page and we reread why we want it. What's our why? Let's get a little inspiration today. Then, for the rest of the notebook, you're going to track your sleep. So, you wake up, all you do, you write sleep in the corner, how many hours you get. Okay, how much do I weigh? Once a week. Your food, your water. Then you're going to track your workout. What did you do this day? So we can remember, okay, I only had 4 hours of sleep last night and my workout sucked. I held a little bit more weight this week because I got less sleep. You know, we can look and we can now be mindful of what all these things do for us. Whether we eat something really good or we have a bad day of eating, we can see how it affects our performance. Whether that's in the gym or at work, the brain fog is real. And you'll realize that when you really start to eat good. So this health journal, track everything. We're recording our weight once a week. You can also track your measurements. If you're tracking your measurements, I would check this once a month. You do your waist, your legs, your arms, your chest, things like that. And then just develop a good workout routine. Fasted cardio in the morning. Do your weight training in the evening. Nutritionally, again, just work on getting the whole foods in. Protein shakes are okay. You can add some spirulina into your protein shakes. But again, don't drink a protein shake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We only need one a day, if that. If you're getting the protein in your diet, you're all good. Look, we have to be dedicated. You have to put some time and a lot of energy into this goal. Because once you get down to the weight you want to be at, when you start feeling really good about your health, you'll be able to dial it back. You might not have to do these 2 times a day workouts. You might find you really like them, so you continue to do them. But right now, we're going all in. We're going to lose this weight. We're going to get healthy. But I really just want you to start getting after it. That's all this video is. Some motivation for you to start now. Get after it. And one last thing. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Look, I used to be so afraid to ask for help. Like my pride or my ego was like, nah, I can handle it. I can do it on my own. I don't need them. Whether I would be injured, I wouldn't go to the trainers, or I was in computer science and I just had no clue what I was doing. But again, I would just stay up all night trying to figure it out on my own. And that didn't get me anywhere. I could have moved on. But I was so afraid of looking stupid or whatever that I never asked for help. Ask for help. Whether you ask me, whether you comment down below, or you just reach out to the person in your gym. Ask somebody. People love talking about fitness. Somebody will help you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Remember, this is the Wellness and Such channel. Hit that subscribe button for me. Peace and one love, always.